I just want to mention Ricky Henderson was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And,
yeah, I saw that this weekend.
I don't know a lot about Ricky. Gary's been filling me in, but I guess Ricky doesn't speak all that well. He's an American. In fact, I heard this speech and I thought, well, gee, he must have been born in another country. But no, he's from Oakland.
Stop it. You're not telling me. Because all my life I thought he was from somewhere else.
No. He's an American. He's from Oakland. I said, when I heard the speech, I said to Gary, gee, it's weird that a guy would grow up in America and he kind of just didn't catch on to the English language.
And people forget that he was a Yankee for so long. He was a Yankee for quite a while in the 80s, and insanely arrogant. I have to say, the best leadoff hitter of all time. But he's, on top of, not speaking properly, he's also one of these guys who speaks about himself in the third person constantly.
Yeah, he's always...
Well, if you don't have an education, I think that's impossible for you to do.
Well, a lot of people were nervous about this speech because they said that, Ricky Henderson would probably speak about himself in third person. And there's all these stories about Ricky Henderson that Gary knows. I mean, stuff where he was on a team with a guy who I guess caught what was it? He was. Tell me if I have this right. Ricky Henderson was on a team with a guy who happened to get knocked in the head by a line drive when he was running. Mm-hmm. When he was on base, and so he started to wear a helmet even when he ran bases, which is very unusual.
Right? Yeah.
So then I guess Ricky moved to a new team. Wasn't that the case?
These two guys played together, I think in Seattle for quite a while. So then Ricky went to the Mets, and then this guy, John Olerud, went to the Mets. And the story was that they were out in the field during practice, and Ricky goes, hey, man, what's with the helmet? And guy goes, well, I was hit in the head with a ball, and I wear the helmet when I run the bases. He goes, it's so funny because I knew a guy in Seattle who did the same thing.
He didn't know he was the same guy.
That's what they said.
Yeah, and then the other legendary story was when Ricky signed with some team, he got $1 million signing bonus. And
the A's.
The A's, yeah. And he took the check and he hung it up on his wall, and he said, this is to remind myself that I'm now a millionaire.
Oh, my God.
So they called about a couple of months later. They called. They said, look, our books aren't balanced. We're showing $1 million deficit. Did you cash that check? He didn't understand that he had to cash the check to get the $1 million.
Right, he didn't have the million. It was a check hanging on a wall, just a piece of paper.
So they suggested that he make a photocopy of it. I mean, that's a crazy story. But anyway, I don't know what's true and what isn't, but this speech is true. And now the story goes that Ricky, in fact, the guy in the paper's going, you'll be sadly disappointed if you were expecting a third person type of Ricky Henderson speech, because Ricky Henderson's been taking speech lessons and, right, he's been trying to improve.
Yeah, they said it was the most awaited Hall of Fame speech ever, because whenever you've seen him speak, it's all over the place. So people were like, okay, now Ricky's got 10 minutes by himself. It's going to be awesome.
So this is the Ricky Henderson speech, but the much improved Ricky Henderson. But,
wow.
But,
let's hear it.
All right.
Hey. I hope everybody's having a great time. First, I would like to thank God, the Baseball Writers Association of America, and the Commission of Baseball for this true honor.
I think he was trying to say commissioner.
Yes.
But I don't know what his deal is.
It sounds like he's illiterate.
Maybe.
I also want to thank the member of the Hall of Fame for being here today. Thank you.
The member.
If there was only one member, that would be very funny.
I wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for my wife, Pamela.
She drove me.
Who took care of the home while I was away and brought up our wonderful daughter and supported me in my career. Thank you, and I love you.
Nice.
Got through that okay.
Yeah.
To all my beautiful and intelligent daughter, I wouldn't be a complete...
I guess he doesn't know the plural thing.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
He's got 3 daughters, and they're all very pretty, and they're in the paper today, but he said daughter.
Man, without your love and support. I love you, girls.
Must be some great press conferences and stuff with Ricky, over the years.
Maybe you should dig through the archive.
Yeah, I think I gotta get in touch with old Ricky.
Because we can't see the improvement here.
Yeah, if this is the improved speech, because the guy in the paper's like, it was a wonderful speech, and Hey, Ricky did say speech and me don't get along sometimes.
Yeah, he sounds like John Houseman now.
But I guess he had some tutor named somebody Robinson, and under his tutelage, he learned to slow down his delivery and pronounce each word carefully. The result was something quite extraordinary. So,
wow, I can't imagine what was happening before.
No. I'd like to hear some more.
A special thanks to my mother, Bobby. Back in high school, I played football, a little hoops, and baseball. My dream was to play football for the Oakland Raiders. But my mom thought I would get hurt playing football, so she chose baseball for me.
Nice.
I guess Mom knows best.
Oh,
My
boy.
Wow.
Look at her.
I mean, that's like the 1800s.
Knows best.
Wow. Huh? That's crazy stuff, but they say they worked with him a long time. I wish they hadn't worked with him. It would have been a much better tape.
A little hoops.
Do's you good. How'd he get through school? I mean, in Oakland.
Obviously, he didn't get through school. He was playing baseball and football in little hoops.
Yeah, but I would like to confront the Oakland school system for passing this guy through.
How about confronting Mom?
All right, let's go. Where is she? Give me her name.
Bobby.
Bobby Christina?
Several of my high school friends are here today to help me celebrate this wonderful and important event. I want to say thank you.
And thank you.
And thank yous.
Hey, JD.
Maybe it's dyslexia.
I don't know. Is there more? It may be. I mean, listen, he's trying his best. Hey, JD, is there any other highlights on this speech that I should know about? I get, anything, any of the big moments?
Nothing great. I mean, it's the same thing. He can't pluralize. He has trouble
You too.
pluralizing words.
Yeah.
You're a regular Mario Cuomo yourself.
The second clip, you can play that one. That's it.
I would like to give a very, very special thank to James Wynn, the scout that signed me out of high school.
Right.
He believed in my talent as a baseball player when teams was afraid to draft players that throw left-handed and bat right-handed.
Excuse me.
In 1976, my first year in the minors league, my coach, Tom Trebelhorn, helped me develop my skill in base running and taught me to play the game hard. I had not perfected how to take a lead or how to slide. Tom asked me to come to practice early.
How did he say that?
Come on.
I remember I was taught speech by both Amos and Andy.
I want to thank Amos and Andy.
My math teacher was Kingfish.